And this is a quick walk around video for a really lovely Honda CR-V. This is a 2-litre EX automatic, covered just 42,000 miles. Also fitted with the exterior styling pack with the front and rear bumper treatment, high level spoiler and side steps. Finished in this lovely twilight blue, which is apt because it is getting dark now, unfortunately, so I've just got to do the videos when I can. The car is in beautiful condition, finished with the contrasting light leather interior, which is one of the most sought after combinations of all. Front of the car really clean, lights and lenses are completely clear and intact. Bottom of the car, I hardly see a stone chip anywhere on there at all. Near side of the vehicle, absolutely beautifully smooth in the panel work. Near side front alloy, pretty much unmarked. Panel work, given it's just been washed off, it's not been polished or anything, it's got a lovely natural sort of gleam to the bodywork. Rear wheel there, again in beautiful condition. Camera in the back, as is always the case with these, with the body kits, my favourite angle, the rear 3/4. Just such a handsome finish on the car. Very clean and tidy around the back of the car as well. Going to the offside, driver's side of the vehicle, and beautifully smooth in the panels. Just so crisp and clean. You've got to be seen in the flesh really, because the video doesn't really do it justice. Offside rear alloy, again, looks pristine. The remaining panel work is extraordinarily clean, as is the final alloy. Hard to imagine another car in that condition anywhere, at sort of this price range and mileage. Coming to the boot area, cavernous boots, and it's been kept absolutely beautifully. Coming to the back of the car now, you've got this gorgeous interior, and the leatherwork has been kept really nicely in the car as well. Coming to the front now, on the passenger side, again, footwell area is lovely and clean, full set of original Honda mats in the car. Leatherwork, again, is in absolutely super condition. Finally coming in on the driver's side, door card again, very clean and tidy. Same with the footwell areas. The driver's seat itself, again, in fantastic condition. So inside the car now, engine's running, so the dashboard can be seen illuminated as always, which looks pretty much like new. It's in fantastic condition. Sat nav, pardon me, you can see there working exactly as it should. Just pop the car into reverse, you get that lovely clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as intended. But it has been kept wonderfully well. And up to the main dashboard binnacle. I apologise, it is getting a bit dark now. 42,467 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack, lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre EX automatic. Car's registered, I think it's, my eyesight's appalling, how about that? Crikey. NA62DDE, and with a mileage of just 42,460 recorded. The reason we do the videos is, especially this part, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of our cars advertised, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason we think it's important is because, like loads of people, we've been to see cars which have looked fine in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out it's got an obvious fault, so that's why we do it. Coming to the car, push button start, engine starts instantly of course and settles to completely smooth, even idle. No warning lights on the dashboard at all, and temperature gauge running at a third, and given the fact that it's been on the road for nearly 3 hours, that's exactly where it should be, so it's all good. Engines, as with anything made by Honda, world's best engine builder, absolutely superb. It's got all the trademarks that you get from Honda. It's incredibly tough and reliable over massive mileages. Cam chain driven, no cam belts to worry about. But more than that, it's just how nice it is to use day in, day out. It's a flexible engine, it's got a sweet engine note, it's keen to rev. It's just a really joyous engine, it really is. And it's matched to the gearbox really nicely. Gearbox obviously ratio selected to maximise the engine both in terms of fuel efficiency and power, so it's obviously compromised between the two. But the gear shifts, the quality gear shifts are absolutely fantastic, very slick, and the gearbox, like the engine, has a reputation for being incredibly tough over mega miles. Notwithstanding reputation, you should always do the same checks on any automatic. Just make sure that the gear changes on the move are in fact slick, and that when you select drive or reverse from stationary, there's no sort of clonks or thunks in engagement. And in every respect, this is absolutely spot on. Coming to the steering chassis, steering, first of all, track's dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Just Honda know this market intimately. It's the best-selling SUV in the world, and for a very good reason. It's not only because they're tough and reliable and practical, but also how they drive. It's a lovely car to drive. The steering is beautifully weighted, very confidence-inspiring. There's no nervousness to it. It's accurate and precise. Works brilliantly with the chassis. So when you turn, there's no kind of sudden dip in the chassis. It flows through corners really, really well. Without pretending for a second it's a sports car. It is not. It's not meant to be. But what it does brilliantly, brilliantly well. Chassis gives you this very well judged ride, very compliant. Because it's very hard to achieve, almost the holy grail with suspension of, ride comfort, but with sort of taut handling. Now, Honda aren't looking for kind of handling as such. They're looking for really good body control through the corners, because most people aren't going to be sliding these through corners at any great speed. So what it does wonderfully well. It rides fantastically, but when you go through the corners, it really flows. Body controls and body motions are kept in check brilliantly well. It's a fantastic car in that sense. Also, incidentally, there's no kind of rattles or clonks coming from underneath the car that shouldn't be there. Again, all very, very tight on the car. So I'm just going to take a left just up here. Make sure that cyclist doesn't drive into the back of me. Instantly, by the way, as you can probably just see, brakes absolutely spot on the car, powerful. There's no pulsing or vibrations going back to the brake pedal at all. But yeah, there's absolutely no kind of rattles or clonks underneath. But all this is going to be checked tomorrow when it goes through an independent MOT. It's all going to be done. Coming inside the car, which is yet to be cleaned, hardly really needs it. It's in lovely condition in here. I love this interior, always have done. Not everybody does. It's not for everyone. I know loads of people just prefer the black leather. I just think, especially when it goes slightly duller like now, it just brightens up the whole interior. Yet when it's hot, you don't get the baking heat and burning seats, and on those freezing cold days, you don't get those icy cold seats either. It's kind of the best of all worlds. But it's tastefully done. The colours chosen blend really nicely, which doesn't always show up properly in the videos and the pictures. And just a tip, we've owned loads of this interior because I like it so much. I always keep two things: wet wipes and a dry cloth, or cloth. Just if you spill something, just wet wipe it straight away, but most importantly, dry it straight off, and you can keep them in lovely condition, as this one has been kept as well. Looking out, you've got brilliant visibility out of the car. You've got a dashboard which is dead simple to operate. Sat nav working perfectly. Dual zone climate control likewise, pumping out absolutely ice cold air. All the switch gear, as always, has that wonderful quality of actuation that Honda give you on all their cars. Heated seats again working exactly as they should. Then dash binnacle in front, simple, beautifully detailed dials, just imparts the information instantly rather than kind of just squint to get that. Then you've got this lovely leather bound steering wheel, which is quite small in diameter, which is really nice to hold. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V. There are no buttons, you don't press anything. Honda worked out very, very quickly in the development of the car, the very first one, that most people be driving as I am now, where you don't need four-wheel drive on. So basically what it does, it runs in two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive pretty much the whole time. And that's the most efficient way to pull the car along. If it needs to go into four-wheel drive, if for sake of argument now I was to put my foot down hard and accelerate on snow, ice or mud, before you could even react via the traction control system, it brings in the rear wheels seamlessly to give you four-wheel drive. and it is a brilliant system. You know, we've used these for many years, and you know, Toe and Cara are not come close to getting stuck with it, so it is very good. Also, the advantages of not being on the whole time patently obvious. You're going to get through your tyres less quickly, you're going to use less fuel, and you're going to put far less mechanical stress through the vehicle. It really is a brilliant system. I can't fault this car. It drives absolutely beautifully. It really does.